Nothing changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and I'm coming at you guys with week 2 from the CWL Light League. We went up against Secundum, and they brought the heat on us, but we came out with the victory, 71-70 over them. It was a very solid war on both sides. We had a lot of good attacks, but our Town Hall 9s have been crushing it at least, so I'm going to focus on them this war and give you guys 5 replays of our Town Hall 9 since they've just been crushing it the first 2 weeks. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. First hit will be on Ines. He's going to start off with a 2 golem spread and just come down with some wizards to create a nice big funnel on this bottom side. And once he starts to get some of these outside trash buildings down, he goes ahead and sends down that initial test wall breaker. Once he sees there's no little bombs there, he goes ahead, sends in the rest, and opens up the wall. And then he's just going to follow in with his bowlers and his royals, and they're just going to come right up into the core of this base. He's going to have a jump down to give them access into that second air defense, but also give them access into the core. Gets a poison down on the clan castle as it comes out. Pops the Barb King ability in the core of the base, so that way he's able to go ahead, work his way through that Tesla farm. Queen's stepping up in the back, and the golems are tanking. He gets a heal down to keep the bowlers and wizards up as they go ahead, take out that queen, and then the enemy, or the queen, is going to step up and take out some additional point defenses on the top side, and then he's going to come in with the Laloon from the bottom side. Sends a hound into that first air defense with some balloons and haste, and then his bowlers step up and actually take out that air defense for him. Comes in with another hound to the top side air defense, and then has some more balloons coming in with the haste to get them into there really quick. And at this point, the base is pretty much done as he's coming in with some additional balloons on the top side to take out the defenses up there. And then he has 2 balloons in hand to go ahead and come at that last archer tower. And the only thing after this is a mortar, which the balloons will end up taking out. He's got tons of pups and bowlers working on the top side, has a wizard down on the bottom side, since that golem is tanking for him, and the cleanup is just basically taking care of this base. He's got a ton of time left. Absolutely demolishes the base. Tons of balloons left. But we'll go ahead, jump into another replay coming from yours truly. Starting off with a balloon to get that mortar at the top, just to make sure that nothing strays from the kill squad group to go up there. Get a golem down to tank, or come into that mortar and tank the wizard towers, and then a few funneling wizards. The key to this attack, though, was to get the queen down a little bit higher and wait for her to be able to take out that bomber tower on the top side. Sending in some test wall breakers, and then making sure that they just path to the right spot, getting open that archer tower compartment, and then coming in with a 3rd golem and some bowlers. Poison down for the clan castle to go ahead and deal with that. Queen's going to work on taking out the town hall, and the poison will eventually deal with that baby dragon. Barb King steps up, and the bowlers are raged, and just drop him really quick, and then start just gutting the core of the space. Queen starts to follow in from behind, and there's a Tesla farm that pops on the top, sending in a few hogs to go ahead and deal with that while it's being tanked a little bit, and a poison on the skeleton trap to make sure that they don't take out too many hogs. And then just start working in with the hogs from the top side, since the queen has jumped over the wall, and there is access to take her out. Get a heal spell down where there's potential big bomb spots and the wizard tower, and at this point just coming in with the remainder hogs. Have 1 additional heal spell for this bottom side if needed. But the cleanup's pretty much working. Queen and wizard on the bottom side. Few wizards up on the top side taking out that. And at this point, there's only 1 archer tower and a mortar with a ton of hogs coming into it. Space is pretty much cooked at this point. Alright, jumping into the next one, we have ATO stepping up, coming in with the Stoned Laloon. Starts off with a baby dragon just to help with some funneling up top, and then comes in with a 3 golem spread. Plenty of tanking, gets the wizards down on the bottom side to create a massive funnel for him. That baby dragon still working on the top side, has a ton of room just to run around. Gets the queen down so that way she can start working on some of the high hit point buildings, and then he gets the jump down just as everything is being cleared out. Sends in the Barb King and the bowlers right into the middle of the base, perfectly placed jump there, taking up that full 7 tile square area and allowing him to get right into where the Teslas are in the core of the base. Hound comes out, which isn't a big deal since most of his kill squad is ground. He's got a rage down for the bowlers and a heal, so that way they are able to work right through this Tesla farm. Queen is in the back. That baby dragon up top is still working on taking out tons of buildings up there. Absolutely huge value out of that baby dragon form. Queen goes down relatively quick once the bowlers are raged, and then he has a second jump to access the backside of the base. Queen steps up and is still working on taking out the core of this base. He's got a golem tanking on the top side, and then at this point he sends down the balloons first, and then just as they are about to approach the first few towers, he gets a hound down, so that way the hound comes out in front. Very smart, since he knows that the balloons travel slower and will take longer to get over into that air defense. Gives him just a little bit extra time for that hound to tank, and then he has a haste coming in to the last air defense, and he's able to get that down. Then at this point, he's pretty much crushed this base. He's got a ton of balloons, hound unpop, and he's got the queen in the core. Bowlers working on the top side, and that baby dragon has lived the full raid, taking out the whole top side of that base. Now we'll get into a hit from Bugsy Maroon coming in as well with the Stoned Laloon. He's going to start off with some minions up top to get the free trash buildings up there. He's got some wizards down on the bottom and a baby dragon, and then he's got a 2 golem spread to tank the point defense. Once the mortars go down, his troops are going to redirect. He gets a jump down, which will bring that bottom golem back in. Comes in with the third one right into the core of the base, and then has his royals and his bowlers coming right out of the clan castle. Another hound comes out of the clan castle on this one as well. Not too much of a worry, though, because he gets that rage down. The wizards funnel right in behind the golems, and then the queen are all working on that hound, so they're going to drop that relatively quick. He's got a poison spell down to slow down that queen and a jump with access to her. His troops are going to step right up and take her out, and then work on taking out that Barb King. Bowlers are following in right behind the golems, and the queen are all working. They're going to step up and start working on taking out this Tesla farm on the bottom side. Still got plenty of tanking, though, and the bowlers are working. And then he's just going to come in with his Laloon from the bottom side, get right into these wizard towers and archer towers, and it's going to help keep that queen up, so that way nothing on the backside is going to end up taking out that queen. Gets a hound going over, collects 2 seeking air mines as he's heading over there, so he drops the heal spell to keep the hound up just a little bit longer and help keep those balloons up. And then his balloons from the bottom side are just working around. He's going to get some cleanup down on that bottom side, but as you can see, he's pretty much coming up to the last few defenses on this base. He's got a few balloons in hand that he's going to drop to tank that backside wizard tower as his main group is entering up towards the bottom side. Air trap pops, air skellies come out, and then he has a poison just basically waiting for those, gets them taken out relatively quick, and at that point he's just cleaning up the base. So we'll jump into the last replay coming from SuperhotFire. He's going to bring you guys the queen walk. This hit was massive. Haven't seen a queen walk in a while for the current meta, so to see him bring out this hit and just absolutely crush the base was exciting to see. But as you see, he starts off with the wizards on the top side to get that funnel, so that way the queen will walk south. She's not going to have a relatively long walk on this one. I mean, she's just going to get down to about 6 o'clock, and then he's going to come in with some golems and pretty much just sweep right across this whole base. But he's going to get huge value out of this queen because she's going to step up, take out a lot of the point defense on the top side, create a nice funnel for him. He gets a rage down as she's encountering all this point defense, and she's just basically going to walk right through all this, take out a ton of towers. Clan Castle comes out. He gets a poison down for it as it's making its way out. Queen's just going to basically take care of this whole Clan Castle, and then he's just going to come with 2 golems on the bottom side, or actually 3 golems, and then he's going to get some wizards down to funnel. He's going to have absolutely massive amounts of tanking as he enters into this part. Gets a jump down connecting all the key components down at the bottom side. Gets the Barb King down, and then he has the bowlers. Wizard has created the full funnel on the bottom side, so everybody's just going to follow right into the base. Gets a rage down right as soon as his troops get in to that core area of that base, so they're just going to rip right through the remaining area. Has a jump leading his troops right to that archer queen, so they're going to be able to get in there. Starts bringing in some balloons on the bottom side. Gets a few air skellies that pop, but it's okay. He's got enough balloons to get through there. Has a haste, works right through that Tesla farm. His core group is going to step up, take out that last air defense, and then at this point he has a ton of balloons. His Barb King and his Queen still working to get to that top side. Has the cleanup working on the bottom side. But just straight wrecks this base, demolishes it. There's not a lot left. He's got the golems. I think he actually still has. He has at least 2, possibly 3 golems still in there tanking that last expo. And at this point, this base was 3-starred. You guys can see this one actually on the CWL Light weekly recap. Clash Attacks with Joe. He came over, snagged that one for us. But if you guys have any questions or comments or want to check us out further for CWL, we'll have more recaps coming. Feel free to leave comments in the bottom. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks signing out.